Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. This Tennessee State Trooper is being sued by a woman who claims he sexually harassed her and groped her in an incident where she was pulled over, stopped, actually, and twice in the same day. And that is a little on the peculiar side, but that's what happened. And there's dashcam video of it. He was cleared by the district attorney of any criminal activity. However, they did say that his actions were inconsistent with his training. So we can watch the video. She claims in her suit, and she's suing him for $100,000. A Campbell County mother is suing Tennessee Highway Patrol Trooper for $100,000, alleging she was sexually harassed. Wilson, which is the woman, and Lloyd is the officer. Wilson says Lloyd asked her to get out of the vehicle and to bend over, placing her hands on the front of the cruiser. She says he then placed her hands inside her shorts and touched her inappropriately. Wilson said in the suit she was afraid to say anything because Lloyd had the power to arrest her. The suit says he then gave her a ticket and she went back to her vehicle crying. About 3 hours later, the suit says Lloyd stopped her again as she was returning home from work, this time saying she had tinted windows and that she was all over the road. So this report has got me a little confused because I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he gave her a ticket in the first stop. I watched the full dash cam that it's at least 11 minutes long and it has the 2 stops. I don't see her giving her a ticket. She never was crying. But, there's the incident where he searches her and he's claiming that, he pulls her over the first time. Let me just watch the video, I guess. No, let me tell you about it first. He pulls her over because of a seatbelt, but I guess he suspects she's under the influence of something. He starts questioning her, at the vehicle, just briefly, then asks her to put her hands on the cruiser and searches her and asks her to, shake her bra to see if there's anything hidden in there. Then they asks her if she's under the influence of anything, on any medication. She indicates Ambien. And he says that's a narcotic, even though according to the DEA, that's not classified as a narcotic for this type of situation. But, I think he claimed in one of the articles that the reason he searched her is because of the Ambien, but he searched her before she told him she was on the Ambien. So, and then her mom is with her in the first search. Then later that evening, that day, it's a little bit darker. She's returning home from work. Now she has her 2 kids with her. I think an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. And he claims that at that point that he pulled her over because of her overly tinted windows were a violation. There's no microphone in that one, and I don't even know if we'll watch it because it's really just him pulling her over and nothing comes of it. But it's odd that a person would be pulled over twice in the same day, etc. All right, so here's the video of the incident. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 11 minutes long, but we'll play the part in question for sure.
No, I do no drugs, no nothing. Swear to God. Nothing. inappropriately. I wanted nothing narcotic. Well, I took that for, I think, not even a month, and I thought it didn't work for me.
You don't forget my tape, okay? When I tell you to, what you gotta do is you're gonna take 9 pills of steps in a straight line, like so. 1, 2, 3. This is your 9 step. You gotta leave your left foot on the ground. Take it to a small step, leave your left foot on the ground. Take 9 pills of steps back in the same direction you came from, okay? Do 1, 2, 3, 4. See you back to 9, alright? Keep your arms down by your side. Stand out loud and look at your toes, okay? Any questions? 9 steps. Leave your left. You go toe steps back, alright? Begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
If you want, on this.
Okay, so, that'll go on for a little while. And just try to play as much as I could without playing the entire thing so you can get an idea of what we're talking about. That's the second stop later that night where he claims, that it's over the tinted windows. But I just, you don't see in that first dash cam whether she returns to her car crying or that if he ever, in fact, gave her a ticket. It's not totally clear, but... that's the story there. I think the suit is still outstanding. Here is the officer with his attorney, but this attorney's representing him, I think, in the disciplinary case, whether or not he followed procedure and stuff like that. I don't think he's, it's probably the union's attorney, I believe. It's not like his attorney defending him against the lawsuit, as I understand it. So, let's watch a little of that.
No, I don't.
And then we'll wrap it up.
I'm making a joke. What I'm saying is, when you get the video, watch the video, and you'll be able to evaluate the totality of the circumstances. Now, what you must understand is that law enforcement officers are trained to take into custody or investigate persons who even use prescription drugs. For example, if your doctor gives you some oxycodone and you follow it, you still cannot operate a motor vehicle.
I think you get the idea pretty much. And, that's the story there. So, like I said, the DA basically found that there was no criminal action taken by the officer, that what he did wasn't criminal, but that his was not consistent with what he was trained to do. And that's it. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.